Detective Mintz, it's very early.
I apologize, but it's very important that I speak with you.
Have you found my husband?
Not yet. May I come in?
Can I offer you a drink, Detective? Coffee?
No, fine.
You can take a seat if you like.
Thank you.
How can I help you, Detective?
Mrs. Pratt, there's something I want to show you. Do you know this woman in this photograph? Her name is Amber Wallace.
She's my husband's former personal assistant. What about her?
Have you ever met Miss Wallace?
Once. Christmas party or something. You think she has something to do with Jeffrey's disappearance?
Well, actually, she was found dead in her home yesterday. She'd been murdered. We're still waiting on the toxicology and autopsy, but she's been severely brutalized.
But what has this got to do with my Jeffrey?
Mrs. Pratt, we have reason to believe that Mr. Pratt may have been in recent contact with Amber.
Why would you think that?
We found his wallet inside Miss Wallace's home. His ID, credit cards, a large sum of cash, but no apparent indication of having been stolen. Look, I'm sorry. Do you have any reason to believe that your husband had any ill intentions towards Miss Wallace?
My husband is missing, and you're asking me if I think he murdered this woman? Why would he do such a thing?
We have indications to believe that Mr. Pratt may have been having an affair with Amber.
I don't believe that. He wouldn't do that to me.
Then are you aware of any reasons why he would be at Miss Wallace's home? Look, I'm terribly sorry. Here.
He promised. He promised he would never see her again.
So you knew about the affair?
Of course I knew. Everybody knew about it.
Agnes, if your husband's on the run, do you know where he might have gone? Close relatives or friends?
No.
Well, did he have a temper? Did he ever show animosity or malicious intent towards Miss Wallace?
I can't do this.
I'm terribly sorry, Agnes, but I have to ask.
Don't ask me about her. Don't ask me about his relationship to her. You want to know? Find him, ask him. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like you to leave right now.
Can I ask you just one more question? Please, just one more.
What's that?
Have you ever contemplated about harming Miss Wallace?
Well, isn't that rich? So you think I'm a suspect? Jeffrey always did have a weakness for young and beautiful things. I was barely 18 when we met and he was 35. I was completely smitten by him. I gave him my whole world. I gave him everything. And to be humiliated like that, to find out the way that I did.
I imagine it must have been very difficult for you.
Can I ask you something, Barry?
Sure, you can.
Are you married?
7 years, happily married for probably 3 of them.
Do you still love your wife?
Yes.
So you understand what it feels like to be devoted to another person. Years of dedication, commitment, loyalty.
Yes.
To love someone unconditionally and completely.
I do.
Now imagine what it would feel like if the object of your affection would betray you. Just like the way mine had. Proudly, unashamedly parading around town with her lover in her arms. With everyone to see but you, the decent, faithful, loving husband, the last to find out. What would you do? What would you do in my situation? Would you have killed her lover?
Well, in all honesty, I can't say it wouldn't have crossed my mind. But what are you trying to tell me? Are you saying that you were
Of course I thought about it, just like you would have. Just like any other normal feeling human being would think about it. But I did not kill that woman. Now, would you like to leave?
Yes, I'm leaving.
Detective? Your photograph.
Oh, right. Thank you, Agnes.
You men are all alike. You gotta be kidding me, right? You're ogling her photo.
I wasn't ogling.
You were ogling.
No, it's just a shame is all. A young woman taken before her time.
A shame? Now you listen to me, okay? Women like Amber, they like to reap where they do not sow. They come in like a hurricane, and they destroy in an instant something that took someone else years to build. Women like her need to realize that actions bring consequences, and when you willfully ruin another person's life, karma will get you. You pay for your actions just like she did.
Look, I'm sorry.
That little bitch deserved exactly what she got. To have the last breath of life choked right out of her. Goddamn homewrecker.
I'll be in touch.
What are you still doing here?
Agnes, I never mentioned asphyxiation.
What are you talking about?
I told you she was murdered. I didn't say how. How did you know she was strangled?
You said so, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I said we were waiting on the autopsy.
Well, you must have.
You know what? Let's try this again.